a long time coming. How long has it been? It's been about like what?
17 years.
Yeah, Jesus. This is a retake of an updated version of yourself, of our interview that we did.
Another time capsule.
We did this way back when, but now, you know, we have a steady camera. You know, I ain't finna hit y'all with the, you know. So, just want you to know, and make sure this is very clear, that the questions that are about to be asked are not for Bex. They're not for Be Exclusives. It's for Becky. So...
Okay. If I say Nevada, you know what it is.
I understand. I get it. So just mentally prepare yourself for that when you answer these questions.
If I say Nevada, we're cutting because I'm not crying on camera.
It's okay. We're not going to stop recording, but I hear you.
Okay.
First and foremost, introduce us to Becky.
I hid her away so long ago. So Becky comes out sometimes. Becky is corny. Becky is a dork. Becky loves art and all things love and light. Becky loves outdoors, and Becky loves being a mom. Did I say Becky loves music? Because Becky loves music. Becky is fun, actually. She likes to tell jokes, and yeah, I think Becky is a vibe. But Becky is also soft. Becky cries a lot.
That's okay.
Becky is sensitive.
That's fine too.
But yeah, that's Becky. Becky is not the cool girl. She's not the celebrity. She's not the GOAT. She's Becky.
Okay. So what made you share your story now?
I don't know. And it's crazy because like it's been on my heart for like a very long time, but I just could not find the courage to just get it out, because I know the moment I tell my story, people will no longer see me as the GOAT. People will look at me as a human. People will take me off that pedestal. And I wasn't ready for that. I remember having a conversation with my mom, and she was like, yo, you need to tell people like the truth. Like you're struggling, or you're going through this. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Like we're not doing that. But I'm like, I'll tell my truth when I'm ready to walk away. And when I tell you that the moment I decided to get it out, it was just flowing. Everything was just flowing. It was like, ooh, like I've been holding it in so long. It was like a fucking volcano. So, and then I found out that a lot of people are saying that this is the year of the truth. This is the year of setting yourself free. This is the year of like exposing myself. That's what this is the year of exposing myself, or Bexposing. You know.
Are you proud of what you've become?
Nevada.
Exploded.
Fuck. Ah.
Now you're red. It's your raw self. Your raw
Why
form.
ain't got no tissue, director?
Oh, my bad. I was
Only the question came out my mouth. You just
Nevada.
Oh god. Oh my god. Oh shit. I'm okay. I'm okay. Thank you.
All right, we're taking a little water break. Taking a little break. You got this.
That's going to hit so quickly.
Girl, I'm sorry. It just caught. Hi, my name is Becky. I like to cry.
Are you proud of what you've become?
No.
Wow, that was a shocker to me. What? What?
Fuck. I'm not. Like, I'm not.
Take your time. It's the judgment-free zone. Let it out. Let it out. Let them see it.
No.
Shit ain't
So,
sweet. It's okay. Sorry, guys.
Fuck. We're gonna have to edit a whole thing.
No.
Fuck, I'm not putting all this in there. Okay, I feel like I became a shell of who I used to be. I'm scared all the time. I second guess everything that I do. I have no confidence in anything. My self-esteem is really bad, which is why I don't do this. I think I started to see myself through the eyes of the people that didn't value me, and I just feel like these 20 years did more damage than it helped me. I feel like I missed out on so many things trying to be an image and trying to maintain that image. So I'm not proud of what I've become. It's that constant need to climb mountains and be better and better and better and outdo yourself over and over again, and it's fucking exhausting. So no, I'm not proud. I'm proud of the mom that I become, kinda, but other than that,
Excuse me.
that escalated. But no, I'm not proud of what I become.
Okay. All right.
Glad we got that out the way.
All right. Thanks. All right.
Oh shit.
Oh, let's just go to the next one.
Okay.
3 words to describe your 20-year journey.
Exhausting.
That's
Exhausting.
That's a given.
Egotistical. It was very ego driven. And adventurous. I would say adventurous because even though it's been like a hell of a 20 years, I've done some shit. Like I've done some really cool shit that I can't take that away from it, no matter how exhausting it's been. I've done some really cool shit. So adventurous, exhausting, and egotistical or ego driven.
Okay. I can agree with that. As you know, well, as we know. Yeah, you're really red, but it's okay. It's okay.
I'm gonna make this video black and white.
Oh my gosh. You've been in this journey for 20 years.
Mm-hmm.
Your book is 20 lessons that you've learned through this 20-year journey.
Yeah.
So I was wondering which 2 lessons, I'm not even gonna say one, which 2 lessons are the most like touching to you, the one that you resonate with more, the 2 that's just like, yeah, this one and this one.
I want to say heal them wounds, baby, because clearly, had I healed them wounds or did the inner work or even went to therapy early on in my career, I probably would have been able to enjoy it more. So heal them wounds, baby, that's my first pick. The second one would be Love Don't Live Here, where I talk about, I guess, my love life, and it's kind of sprinkled throughout a lot of the other lessons, but just my experience with looking for love while being on this journey.
Well, we just saw how emotional you got with the are you proud of what you've become, and you went into detail about certain things, certain aspects of your journey. Mm-hmm. So if you could do it over, what would you do differently?
So this might shock you, but I wouldn't do anything different. Because I truly believe that everything that happened for me. It happened for me to learn. It happened for me to reach this point. It happened for me to go back and take my experiences to other young girls that have entrepreneurial dreams or want to work in the music industry or whatever. I feel like everything that I went through brought me to where I am today. So it's like, if I go back and I change anything, then it will change the story. It'll change the ending. It will, it'll alter everything. So, but that's me just being honest and raw. Like, I wouldn't change anything. But like I did say with the Heal the Wounds, I do think that I would try to go to therapy during this whole thing. But to be honest, therapy was not a thing when I started. Nobody talked about mental health when I started. Mental health did not become a discussion until my fucking late 30s, probably mid 30s, did we start talking about mental health and depression and anxiety and all of those things. So if I could, I guess, if I decided to go another 20 years, therapy would be at the forefront for sure.
I second that,
Of course you do.
Baby. Okay. So you wouldn't do anything differently. That would definitely be a shocker to some people, especially after seeing the reaction that we got from the one. But that it makes sense. It happened, like, I like how you said that it happened for you, not like to you. I like that. It's a new year, it's 2024. I know this might be a little much to ask, but where do you see yourself in 2025? I know we just got here, but
right, like, damn.
But I asked also because you're releasing this 20-year lesson of what you got going on. Some would think you would say you're retiring this year, like as if this is like your last year doing this or something. So it's kind of like, why now? Like, we already asked, like, why now, why share now? I just have some questions. So where do you see yourself in 2025, like next year?
So this year will be the year that I wrap this shit up. 2025, I will be... And it's funny, but I say that all the time. That's why I don't want to speak on it. My absence will be felt. 2025 will be,
sorry,
to
me. Can you say that again?
Huh?
Can you say that again? I don't think they heard you in the back.
Oh, my absence will be felt.
Yeah.
So I'm giving it a year to prepare. 2025 looks more purposeful. It looks more intentional. It looks more like Becky and less Bex, more soul, less ego. It looks like me having my own mentor club type of thing where I'm going into high schools, I'm talking to the kids, I'm moving in my purpose and not my ego. Like, it looks just more like youth. It looks more like a Good Human campaign. It looks more like philanthropic things, endeavors, initiatives. Mm-hmm. It looks more like empty nester.
You can say that a little louder, actually. And you can
I
say
don't
it
know.
with your chest,
I'm
too,
gonna be 45 in 2025, and I don't know. It feels like this is my year, first of all, but 2025, I think that's when I'm fully operating in my purpose.
Okay,
fully.
I like that. So let's take it back to, when did we do that video?
2007.
All right, so let's take it back to 2007.
Lishy Ave.
And I still stand 10 toes on the fact that I think my mama famous. And if you disagree,
argue with who?
Your mammy. Okay. Woo. Anyways,
and I'm still not famous.
Anyways, so in that last interview in 2007, I mentioned you being famous, and you said that you didn't want to be famous, you wanted to be respected. And that's one thing that I literally you've always said when I was growing up, like, you don't want to be famous, you want to be respected. So how did that work out for you?
I'm still not famous. I mean, in fame, I think that's subjective, because to some people I am. In some neighborhoods and some conversations, I'm the GOAT, I'm a legend, I am famous to certain people. So I don't want to I don't want to kind of like shit on their vision of me. But the idea that I have of fame in my head, I'm not it. I'm not that. My bank account doesn't reflect that. I do believe I'm respected. Like, no, I honestly, and I'll say this on camera, can't nobody say too much about my character. And if they are, they're lying. I've done right by people. I move with integrity. I'm not perfect. I've made mistakes, but at the same time, like, when I go into certain rooms that many people can't get into, it's a respect thing. You know what I mean? Nobody can tell stories about me. So I think I did well with that. I think I did really well with that because I hold myself to a high standard, and you know,
because you're her.
I'm her.
Let me go ahead and get into it. I see you got more tattoos. You can say you tatted now, right?
I mean, before you said I was tatted because I had one here, and here. But yes, you know, this is.
I think that's a nice looking young lady you got there on your forearm.
You know, that's Keisha Cole.
Don't piss me off.
But yes, I have way more. Got a little thigh situation going on. You know.
Well, since you have like so many, I'm gonna do that that regular question that folks ask. What's your favorite tattoo?
I'm not even gonna lie. It's gonna have to be the giraffe.
Okay, and why? Why?
Okay,
Tell us why.
let me get into it. So this would definitely have to be my favorite because giraffes is your spirit animal. That is you identify as a giraffe. And because my tattoo artist basically said, I'm not putting Karina on your skin again. You're not gonna have Karina tattooed on you a million times. I got something that represented her. So this is a baby giraffe and a mommy giraffe. And then of course I have my logo right here, and this is fire. Don't get me wrong, Roger Perilla, you are a beast. But I gotta go with the giraffes that Roger Perilla also did. So yeah, and it even beats out my cassette tape. I'm not gonna lie, this is pretty. It's pretty hard, the giraffes, because this just kind of like represents motherly love and how tall and strong and confident the baby giraffe is, and how I'm kind of like my head is behind her. And if anybody knows, like that's kind of been our dynamic. Like you know, she's always kind of been the, you know, and I'm always the. It's okay. I don't want to be like, so it really represents us for real, and it's kind of cool.
What's next after this?
So that is one of the things that kept me crying for at least 2 months straight. That had me stressed out. But then the Good Human campaign, to me, that's the only thing that makes sense. And I passed that down to my daughter in 2021. Because to be honest, I just didn't have the mental capacity. I was stretched very thin, graphically, creatively, like all kind of things. So it just made sense for me to pass it down to you, because you're built for this. Like there's a lot of strengths that you have that I don't have, and then there's a lot of things that I have that you don't. So I just know that by me being fully free now, I'm able to get back to it. And with the campaign, we can work on the merch. And it's not even about merch. It's about like being able to take what's in here and bringing it out into physical form, and the emotions that's tied to it, the communities that we're able to work in, the platform that the campaign has aligns a lot more with me. That's what's next. And I think through that, like, I feel like God will open new doors that will take me to new places and to meet new people that can help me fulfill certain purposes. And I'm just very, understanding of organic. Like it'll happen organically. Like if you just sit and you just relax and you just be still, like I just feel like things unfold as they're supposed to. And in the past, I've always tried to control everything. I've always had a business plan or a strategy, and I'm trying to control the narrative. Or even with this whole situation, like, we really threw this together like organically and spontaneously. This was not, I didn't have a whole rollout planned out. This was literally put together at the last minute. Like, I like things to be organic. So what's next for me is just following my heart and tapping into the Good Human campaign and doing all of the things that I want to do because I have more control over my own stuff. Okay?
So we're gonna go ahead and start wrapping this up. But before we wrap this up, I have one more question for you.
Okay.
And to end it off, I would like to ask, in the last 20 years, what was your greatest accomplishment?
Well, shit. If I was to say business-wise, like my greatest accomplishment that just looked great, you know, to the outside world, because I feel like my greatest accomplishment may not be what others may think is my greatest accomplishment.
So give us all of them.
So my greatest accomplishment was being able to build this brand, even though I didn't want to, but being able to build this brand and raise a child by myself that also went to college and graduated. I think that says a lot. And I did that. Like, my mom, of course, had a lot to do with, you know, helping, but for the most part, I did that shit. And she's 25, and she's the age I was when I started, like, for real. So raising you and creating this brand simultaneously, to me, was the greatest accomplishment. Other than that, I don't know, part of me wants to say the whole Dave Chappelle thing. Like, when I think about, okay, so clout-wise, Dave Chappelle, hands down, because that was a vibe. Like, hanging out backstage, going in VIP, you know, I smoked with Dave Chappelle. Like, that part was, I'm not gonna lie, that's some shit I'm gonna tell my grandchildren. This is more kind of Good Human accomplishment than it is Be Exclusive's accomplishment, but I am part of the campaign, so I feel like it goes together. The year that we teamed up with Lil Yachty, and we were able to give 25 students either $500 or a laptop. I think that was a pretty big thing, because when I first initially wanted to reach out to him and ask for help, we were like, we can just do 10 students. We're not going to make a big fuss. Like, I don't want to ask you for money. You know, if anything, just post it and we'll do the work. And basically, he was like, no, I'm going to help y'all raise money. And then whatever you get, I'm going to match that. So we went from, 10 students to 25. And that was a huge accomplishment. And I think that I don't want to take complete credit for that one, though. That's why I didn't like that. That was our accomplishment. Mm-hmm. So I think that was pretty dope.
All right. So yeah, thanks for allowing this space and opportunity for me to come here. How many years later? I don't know.
17.
17 years later. Letting me come here 17 years later to interview you again. Anyways, long story short, this is a wrap. Thank you for your answers. Thank you for giving us your true and authentic self. And thank you for allowing the world to meet Becky. It's been long overdue. And if you have any final words, get it off your chest. And we up out of here.
Bexposed. That's it. Bexposed. Get the book. I'm telling my truth. And it's dropping on my birthday, which if you're watching this now, it's tomorrow. That's my final thoughts, my final words. Bex posed for the camera.
That's Becky for you guys.